turned back. We are family. We just have to create a new idea of family, for now. Family, Katya whispered to her son as her brother left. She fingered the locket on her chest as she felt his breath on her skin. She took her thumbnail and pried the locket open and stared at it. In his uniform, her beloved's face stared back at her. She imagined his arms around her, promising that he would marry her, promising to fight for her. She felt his square hand on her belly the last time she saw him. She felt his lips on hers, and his blue eyes staring through her as she walked away, promising that she would meet him the next day at the river. She was desperate to remember that day as the one where they would meet her family and plan their wedding, not the day that her brother would tell her that she was forbidden to call this child her own. A tear slid down her cheek and melted into her skin as she whispered, "You will always be mine, always," to her son over and over again. Light flooded in through the window as if to burn the words into his consciousness. The son that would never carry the name Kotsik with pride. The son that she would have to lie to for the rest of her life. And yet her pain, this secret, would keep him alive surely. And maybe it was what would keep her alive too. "I'll always find you," she whispered. Losing the ones we love are sometimes the sacrifices we make to keep them alive. Part 1. Chapter 1. February 1949. The USS Ernie Pyle cut through the fading night like a dark, heavy thing, a slow beast, the lights within its dark shape reminding whoever was observing that it had life. It existed with fire in it, humans in its belly, taking them somewhere unknown. Isn't that the way that life begins, really? A fire starts in the heart and makes you move ahead. It makes you seek shores and lessons and hope. Alexander and Ev did not have the luxury of observing this, though. They were inside the belly, cold and hungry, pressed up against hundreds of others just like them, dressed in thin layers, faces expectant and waiting, wiping dirt off their hands, as if they wanted to present themselves accordingly when they got to their destination. Alexander rubbed his eyes. Nemria, not a dream. His aunt used to sing him to sleep with a lullaby that spoke of a lost boy in the wood, dark and light all at once, the night hiding and revealing, secrets and truths. But there was no dream for them at the moment, and all they had was a sliver of hope, and that hope was represented as a woman standing in the cold, holding a torch. "See there, son?" Alexander murmured and brought Evhen's body closer to him in the cold, their breaths spilling out in tufts of hot air, and placed a hand on his shoulder. Alexander was of average height, but his son at 13 was still thin and small. He raised him up and held him in his arms, pointing at the porthole. "Nasha nova mria, our new dream. That there," he pointed, "is called the Statue of Lady Liberty." Ev blinked slowly. "Tato, why would they make a lady stand there in the cold holding a light? Is she in her pajamas? What does it mean? Is she waiting for someone?" "It was a gift from France to America," he smiled, looking at Ev's dark eyes. "And to all the people here, crowded on this boat, the ones who are looking for a change, a new life, she is the gift that lights the way for us to start life here." "But Tato," Ev persisted, turning to his father and running a soft hand over Alexander's stubbled cheek. "Why can't we just wait for our homes to be..."